This message is for network marketers, entrepreneurs, investors, and anyone who has ever wondered if there's a better way to put their money to work. Let's be honest. The world of network marketing has changed dramatically. What worked 20, 30, or even 40 years ago doesn't necessarily work the same today. Customer acquisition is harder. Advertising is more expensive. People are more skeptical. And even some of the biggest names in the industry are struggling to adapt. So here's the question. What if the answer isn't working harder at the same game, but learning a completely different game? Imagine discovering a strategy where participants have historically targeted returns of 1 to 2% most days, and even much higher returns on specific days of the week, all from working for only 1 hour per day. Now imagine having the ability to compound those gains into real wealth over time. Sounds interesting, right? But before you get too excited, let me be clear. There are no guarantees. Any legitimate opportunity involving money requires research, due diligence, and an understanding of the risks. What caught my attention is that there are people who have been involved in this space for decades, some for as long as 40 years. And if you decide to explore it with me, I will introduce you to some of these people so you can hear it directly from them. Now, you may be thinking, John, that sounds great, but I don't have money to invest. But here's where it gets really interesting. What if there were institutions willing to provide you with the capital while you share a portion of the results? Then if you want to, you could set aside some of your earnings to trade with and keep 100% of the profits for yourself. Would that change your perspective? I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to take a look. Ask questions. Do your homework. Listen to the experts. And decide for yourself whether this is something worth exploring. Because sometimes the biggest opportunities aren't the ones everyone is talking about. Sometimes they're the ones you almost overlooked. First, let's talk about getting started. You need some training in order to learn this business. Think about it this way. You wouldn't want a doctor operating on your heart without proper training, experience, and demonstrated competence. The same principle applies when you're dealing with other people's money. Before you can participate, you'll need to complete some training and prove that you can trade their money responsibly. But don't let that intimidate you. If you can count to 3, you can learn to do this. This is not a race. There is no time limit. You can move through the training as quickly or as slowly as you choose. Someone who is diligent and has time on their hands could be up and running in a month or 2. But even if you take a slow and steady pace, what you learn will follow you for a lifetime and give you an opportunity for financial freedom that perhaps nothing else will. The training will cost you $50 per month, and that's nothing compared to the $6,000 that I paid. But here's where it gets interesting. We've created a 3x5 forced matrix designed to give you an opportunity to earn money out of the gate and offset the monthly training cost by simply introducing other people to the program. Here's how it works. If you or someone above you refers more than 3, that creates spillover. You can have 3 people on level 1. Those 3 can each introduce 3 more, creating 9 people on level 2. Then 27 on level 3, 81 on level 4. And 243 on level 5. That's 363 positions when the matrix is filled, but it doesn't have to be filled for you to start earning money. You receive $5 for each person, and with just 10 people in your matrix, the cost of your training is covered. A full matrix would pay you $1,815 per month. Now obviously, even with the potential of spillover, a completely filled matrix isn't automatic and earnings aren't guaranteed. The actual results depend on participation and the number of people in your matrix. But here's the part that is fascinating. You don't have to become an expert before sharing the opportunity. Simply introduce people to the education and let them decide whether it's right for them. So the question isn't, can I afford $50 a month? The better question might be, could I learn something valuable while creating a way to offset the $50 and potentially earn a lot more along the way? Now think about any job or profession. Every one of them requires a skill set. Some skills take years of education and practice to develop. Others can be learned relatively quickly. What I'm talking about doesn't require physical strength. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, and you don't need a college degree. You need to be willing to learn. I have a son in the 5th grade and another in the 11th grade. Both are currently going through this education. Why? Because I want them to understand that there are ways to develop valuable skills beyond the traditional path of going to college and working for someone else. A very successful gentleman who's been doing this for 40 years said this: "If you can count to 3, I can teach you how to trade. Whether you will actually do it is another question, but I can teach you." I love that because it gets right to the heart of the matter. The question isn't whether you're capable of learning. The question is, are you willing to learn? Can you count to 3? And are you willing to develop a skill that, when properly learned and responsibly applied, could potentially allow you to participate in markets from virtually anywhere you have an internet connection? Maybe you've tried trading before and it didn't work out. Maybe you lost money. Maybe you didn't have the education or discipline you needed. Or maybe you've simply listened to people tell you that trading is too complicated, too risky, or impossible for someone like you. I'm asking you to set those assumptions aside for a moment. Come in with fresh eyes. Learn before you judge. Develop the skill before you decide whether it's for you. Because maybe some of those dreams you've had, the ones that have been sitting on a shelf collecting dust, aren't gone. Maybe they just need a new opportunity. Come train with us. Learn with us. Trade with us. And become part of a community and mastermind environment designed to challenge what you believe is possible. You'll learn a skill set. You'll learn how markets work. You'll learn how experienced traders approach opportunities and manage risk. And through the sharing program, you may also have an opportunity to offset your education costs and potentially create an additional source of income. There may even be opportunities to participate using outside capital, subject to the applicable rules, qualifications, and risks. This isn't a promise of easy money. It's an invitation to learn a different skill. So if you're ready to open your mind, learn something new, and take a serious look at what's possible, join us. Let's learn, let's grow, and let's build your future together.